This is a wild film. All right, let's discuss it. So it was developed. I mean, it came out in 2002. So he had done Pitch Black. He had done Fast and the Furious. They offered the role to Eric Bana. He turned it down. Our writer is this fellow Rich Wilkes, who he had this 2 year period in the 90s where they were making Rich Wilkes scripts constantly. They were like, this guy's the new voice of Hollywood. And he got like 5 movies made in the space of 2 years. And then none of them made money. And like the only movie he ever got to write ever again was Triple X.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he wrote Airheads,
Okay.
the classic Sandler and Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi.
What's the other
Uh,
heads? Cone heads. Sandler has two heads movies,
he's
and whenever
barely in Coneheads.
I don't know that I haven't seen it, but whenever people say Airheads, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, that movie about the radio thing, because I don't want to confuse it with Coneheads.
But it is. It is the movie about the
I know, but
radio
I'll just
thing.
let you describe it before I say something, because I
All right.
never know.
So that's Airheads. He
That's not
wrote
his first one though.
well, he wrote and directed The Stoned Age, and he also did one called Glory Days, spelled Daze. He wrote a lot of movies just about like dudes smoking weed and having a chill time.
Hmm.
Uh, he also wrote the Jerky Boys movie, uh, which is so bad, and uh, and then Triple X. That's his career.
A few
Uh,
things after this. I don't
yeah,
know if
he's got a
you.
writing credit on The Dirt, that Motley Crue movie.
Yeah.
But he's like a punk guy. He's in a punk band and got some movies made.
Is he gonna punk like me?
I guess that's a documentary about his punk band.
Yep.
Yeah. Um. So that's Rich Wilkes. It is directed by Rob Cohen, who we covered earlier in the year, if you'll recall. He directed I mean, last year. It's last year now.
That's true.
All right, he directed The Mummy, The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. We talked about him then, and I remember doing a lot of research on him at the time and discussing it on the podcast. If I may refresh your memory, he has a trans daughter who he molested, and when she was 12, he brought her to Thailand to try and get
Oh
her
my God, I forgot
to
this.
fuck hookers so that she would turn not lady.
How'd that work out?
Didn't work out. So she grew up and accused her dad of this stuff in the public eye. Her mom said, "I don't know about the Thailand thing, but I definitely saw him molest her."
Is she not like there were there was a month where I didn't see or hear from her. Maybe they were in Thailand. I don't
Possibly.
understand thinking that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he said, "I'm taking her to the set of Triple X."
We're going to Disneyland for a
Yeah.
month.
Um.
The set of Triple X, 20 years after it came out.
So that was the thing. And I remember mentioning this as well. He was also accused of drugging and raping actress Assia Argento
Oh wow.
on the set of Triple X.
Wow.
Okay. So apparently, at some point during the making of this movie, he did that. Right. And Argento, during the Me Too movement, called him out, as well as Weinstein. She was one of Weinstein's accusers.
What
And
did they do together?
I don't know, but she was around a lot at that
Is
time.
she?
Assia Argento was like a real it girl. Like I remember she was on the cover of Entertainment Weekly. She was like the only person I'd ever seen on the cover of Entertainment Weekly who I'd never heard of. I was like, this is a who the how'd she get on the cover?
Nepotism,
I
turns out.
I guess, but it turns out she wasn't really close with Dario.
Really?
But there was this period of time where she was like a sex pot and she was getting put in all these movies as like just like a slutty girl. And like it seemed like there were a bunch of indie films at that time that were like the whole point of the movie was look how fucking fuckable Dario Argento's daughter is.
I get that, but I didn't think she's a very good actor.
Well, she's not.
Okay.
I never really got the Assia Argento thing. She's got sort of a sexy tattoo underneath her belly button. That's about it.
I don't know. I get it. She was in Land of the Dead, which we did, I guess. Marie Antoinette, Last Days, the movie about
The Gus Van Sant movie.
Nirvana.
Yeah. She was in New Rose Hotel, which is an Abel Ferrara film, I think.
Okay.
And
Do you know Love Bites?
I don't. But then
Oh,
the thing with Dario with Assia Argento is during the Me Too movement, after she accused Weinstein and Rob Cohen, this other dude popped up named Jimmy Bennett, and he was like a child actor who Assia Argento had directed in a movie where he played her son, and he accused her of raping him when he was 17. Okay. And I remember this during the Me Too movement because Rose McGowan, who was friends with Ossie Argento, immediately said, "We don't know the whole story there. We don't know whether it's
wow.
true." And everyone was like, "Wait, what happened to believe all the victims?"
I thought it was Believe All Women.
Well, yeah, I guess Jimmy is not. Don't believe him.
That
Uh,
is crazy. If you're what's her how do you say her name?
Ossia
If
Argento.
you're Assia Argento and you have raped somebody in the past, I think you got to just take the L and you can't expose someone else for raping
I
you
kind of agree.
because then
It's
it's gonna
too.
come
It's
out you raped
the
someone
karma
else.
is too bad.
Yeah, like yeah,
So it's fucked up,
it's true though.
but it's kind of true. So
Assia.
yeah, that's how you pronounce it. But so then it later came out that like they got that she did that,
Oh, proof of rape.
proof of rape, and she uh admitted to it after the proof came out.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So
Where's she in
hey,
jail? Where is she at?
no, people don't really care about that stuff.
Are you a mi is he a mi were they in the United States of America? Where were they?
Yeah, yeah. In the United States, he was a minor. She claims she didn't know he was a minor.
Wow, Josh Giddey situation.
Who's that?
You don't remember that?
No.
That was big a couple years ago. A basketball player Josh Giddey hooked up with a teenager. She was in a bar and she was of age. Apparently, somehow she got in the bar and he hooked up with her and he was like, she was there and she had like a fake ID and I thought she was of age, but she wasn't.
Hmm.
So he got off scot free basically.
Well, that's what happened here.
He was like, I didn't know, but
Yeah.
she did know.
But
Asia,
you just have to say I didn't know.
yeah, you just gotta say that and hope for the
Yeah,
best.
it wasn't me.
Hope the jury agreed with you. It wasn't me. Yeah.
Hopefully, you're famous enough to get away with it.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mhm.
crazy. I think Giddy settled. Giddy and the family settled outside of.
Okay. All right. So that's a great story behind the making of this movie. Here's
Yeah,
another one.
wow.
Here's another one. Apparently during the they there's a parasailing stunt in this film. Okay,
Whatever you say.
parasailing,
I don't remember that.
parachute sailing. I think it's when he's got that American flag
Mm,
thing at the end of the movie. But so they shot one take of it with Vin Diesel stunt double. It went perfectly. All right, it's the take they ended up using in the movie. But then they were like, "No, let's shoot it a second time. We don't need it because we got it perfectly in the first time, but let's have options. Let's shoot it a second time." And apparently, on the second take, Vin Diesel's stunt double died.
died. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, dead stunt double.
How is this not a more known thing?
I don't know. It feels very Twilight Zone to me.
Kids were involved there. I think that's why
Yeah, yeah,
that's more
that's
famous.
right.
That is awful. They didn't even need it.
They didn't need it. They ended up
They
using
used.
the first take in the film in its entirety.
I think you got to use a little bit of take two, just so he didn't die in
In
vain.
vain. Yeah. You might be right about
He
that.
might have. What if he died like right at the beginning of the take? It was all unusable.
Yeah, it's just like a
It's
fucking
like
limp
action
body in
death.
the air. Yeah,
Like, oh shit,
brutal.
that is horrific. Was
I
Vin on
know.
set for that? Did he witness this?
I don't know.
He was probably the one like, you gotta do it again. Take two.
No, I bet you Vin like this was like height of Vin's stardom. Like I bet he was on set as little as possible.
That's why we don't hear about it because Vin
Yeah.
shut that down. He was like, this word is not getting out about this
Yeah.
that I murdered someone. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, we never heard of the whole you know, non-rape but forcing
Yeah,
himself on somebody thing.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I just saw
All
Alec
right.
Baldwin wielding a rifle in The Edge, and I had to
Yeah.
realize no, Hopkins is still alive. Anthony Hopkins,
Right.
he's not about to shoot
The
Anthony Hopkins in the face.
cinematographer of The Edge survived that.
Yeah. What's his name? Oz, the best man.
What?
What's his name?
What are you talking about?
The guy from The Best Man.
Tay Diggs?
Harold Perrineau. He's not about to kill Harold
Oh.
Perrineau in the
Is he in The
jungle.
Edge?
Yeah, he's in the edge
Oh, good
for a
for
little
him.
while.
I forgot that.
Gets dragged off by a bear.
Bart the Bear.
Bart the bear murders him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bart the bear. R.I.P.
Shout out to Bart the Bear. Probably the best bear actor
Yeah, he's
there
the
ever
best
was.
bear. Airbud's the best dog. Some of them are just better than others.
You think Airbud's the best dog? What about Beethoven?
Airbud played Comet in Full House.
Did he?
Yeah, same dog.
Wow.
MVP.
That is a hell of an actor.
Yeah,
All right.
Beethoven's just Beethoven. Probably not even the same one for each movie. Or you think it is?
You don't think the Beethoven from the first one
We'll
is the
figure it
same
out when
one
we do
who
Beethoven.
rescued the daughter from the nanny from being raped in the second one?
We'll have to discover that in a
Okay.
future episode.
Yeah, we'll have to cover Beethoven. All right, listen. This movie, Rob Cohen and Rich Wilkes, what a team.
Oh
It
yeah.
came out August 9th, 2002 on a budget of $88.3 million, and it made $277.4
Oh.
million at the box office. It was enormous. All right. Came in at number 15 at the box
Oh.
office for the year, between Lilo and Stitch and the Santa Claus 2.
That's the one where he's got to get married.
I think that is that one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Uh
Escape clause? Or is that
no,
three?
that's the third one.
Gosh, this doesn't have a subtitle.
No, just the Santa Claus 2.
Fair enough.
All right, so it was nominated for a couple Saturn awards. It lost Best Action Adventure Film to Road to Perdition, and Best Visual Effects to Star Wars Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. All right, listen. Uh, let's hear that MTV theme.
I want my MTV.
R.I.P. to MTV, by the way.
What? Really?
Yeah, no more MTV. It doesn't exist. I did find a program on the internet though, where it's like a website. You could go there, and it just plays music videos on random. All right. So if you ever want the experience of what it was like to watch MTV when you were younger, or when I was younger anyway, you could do that.
Does that mean no challenge? What does that mean?
No, no, it used to just be music videos, 24 hours a day.
Okay, so you're making an old person comment.
Yes.
Okay, you're saying RIP to my MTV. I thought you were saying RI MTV just shut down.
No,
Did you hear the
MTV
news?
did just shut down. I think it's internet only now.
What?
Yeah.
Is Rob Dyrdek gonna have to find a new home, or he's okay?
That show's canceled.
That show's canceled.
Yeah.
For what? What did he do wrong?
Just made too much of it. Got too much money.
Ran out of clips. No more clips to show you.
So this was Vin Diesel was nominated for Best Actor for this movie at the MTV Movie Awards.
Good.
All right, but he lost to Eminem for 8 Mile.
Okay.
All right, and at the Razzies, this film was nominated for Most Flatulent. That means most farts. I don't even remember there being any farts in this movie.
I don't either.
It lost to Jackass, which definitely had some farts. Um, They thought they were being real clever with that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about it. So it starts open movie at a Ramstein concert. All right, and
When did the title card come up? Triple X.
right away, right?
Yeah, I feel like that was right away. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and the music hits perfect. You're in for a great time. You know it.
I googled triple X when I was doing research for this,
Oh no, you can't Google
and
Triple X.
the first thing that came up was the IMDb for this movie, but then this everything else on the front page was porn websites, and then I was like, fuck, and so I changed the Google search to triple X movie, like an
Same thing.
idiot, even more porn.
More porn.
Yeah, and so I had to do
So you
triple
had to
X
jerk off first, and
movie.
then you finish
Yep,
what you're
yep,
doing.
yeah, a triple X movie. Yeah, I watched that fidget spinner video, and then triple X movie 2002. That's what got me to the Wikipedia for this. All right.
Would this movie, the concept of this movie, be like we recruit that free solo guy to go undercover? Is that what that would be? We're just recruiting extreme sports people.
Yeah, it's like
Alex Honnold, or
well, that's
right?
why there's that scene where there's like a party after Vin does that video.
Tony Hawk's there.
Yeah, Tony
Matt
Hawk's.
Hoffman.
Yeah, yeah. There's all those cameos because I think that's who they were thinking of when
Yeah,
they wrote the script.
so weird.
But the idea for this movie was the James Bond franchise has gotten stale. All right.
Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. So what we're gonna do is make a James Bond movie for the extreme era. Okay. And that's why the film starts with like a sort of fake James Bond, and he's like doing some shit at the Ramstein concert.
I think it looked
And then
like Conan O'Brien.
it wasn't Conan
I know it
O'Brien.
wasn't Conan
It
O'Brien.
was someone famous. I knew that
Really?
actor. Yeah, it was fuck, I'll know it when I see it.
I was like, why is young Conan playing James
It
Bond
was
right now?
Thomas Ian Griffith who plays like the bad guy in Karate Kid 3.
Okay, haven't seen that.
Well, check it out. Um but he's like he's James Bond basically, and then he gets killed, and we get a cool James Bond. All
Right.
right. And you know, people liked it at the time. Roger Ebert gave this movie 3.5 stars, wrote in his review,
He only
it's
goes to four.
it's got a punk. It's a better James Bond than James Bond in its own way. It's punk. And I don't know how it's punk, but I I I do think that was the attempt. And for me, I think what it is, they were still making Pierce Brosnan James Bonds at this time. Like Die Another Day came out later this year, and everyone thought that movie was lame as shit. Or it might have come out earlier this year, actually. But ultimately the James Bond franchise figured it out, and they went all in on the Bourne aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
and that worked for them. This is going the other way. Like, let's make James Bond as a Mountain Dew commercial. I think of it as it's basically Woodstock 99 to James Bond's original Woodstock. All
Okay.
right. You take something that's sort of classy and memorable to like a certain generation of people, and let's pitch it now to 13-year-old
To the
boys.
dirt generation.
Yeah, all at this time, 2002, like 1999 to 2002, all mainstream entertainment was pitched as at 13-year-old boys. And as a 13-year-old boy during this time, I very much appreciated that.
Right.
But it's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Isn't that
so,
kind of today?
well, no, I think what's happened now is just all adults act like 13-year-old boys.
Okay.
So it's they're trying to make four quadrant shit, and so they make shit for children
Right. We're all children.
where everyone's a child.
Hooray.
Yeah,
We achieved greatness.
that's where we've gotten. Um, So that's why, like during like the first stunt of this movie, where Vin Diesel steals that governor's car or whatever, and he's driving it real fast. He's got like
The Xander Zone.
yeah, welcome to the Xander zone. He's got like a camcorder fixed on him in that car, and he's like trying to appeal, like let's do all the stuff that like kids will like. So he's like, "Hey, governor, stop trying to take away our video
And our
games.
rock music.
Yeah, we love that's our art. All
Exactly.
right,
Later in the movie, he talks about how he was in a cast for weeks at a time. He only played video
playing first
games.
person shooters.
That's how I learned to hold the gun like that.
Yeah."
Exactly.
So that's all there just to appeal to like the 13-year-old boys in the audience. Like, this is our James Bond.
Right.
This is our
Probably
guy.
successful in that way.
And that's why like I'm surprised Vin didn't continue with this franchise. Like if Vin really wanted to extend his career, look, eventually he got back into the Fast and the Furious thing and that worked. But like I think this movie, look at it, made $277.4 million at the box office.
It is weird.
This was like a huge hit. And if Vin comes back 2 years later for the second one, and they're able to market that as like the second XXX movie, like a new James Bond movie, I think that does just as well.
And you think he'd want to, he's the one star of this. In Fast and Furious, he's one of two, but really one of like six or seven.
Yeah,
So it is a good question why he never kept going with this. Because two, as we'll talk about next week, he doesn't do. And they only did
yeah.
three. They only did three total when he comes back.
Well, the second one didn't do well. They
Right.
replaced him with Ice Cube. It made way less money, and then the franchise just died. And then they made a legacy sequel with him years later when he was just like desperate for movies. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but this could have been James Bond, is what I'm saying.
Maybe
I
he
know,
didn't. He felt like he not really so cool because he had to have stunt doubles do all of his stuff.
but during that's not part of it because during the promotion of this movie, they said like Vin did as much as we let him, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he kept doing more, he would have only gotten more producer power. He would have probably wanted to do even more stuff, maybe,
Yeah, maybe
or less
that's
stuff.
why he didn't come back. Like he wanted like script approval for the second one
Yeah.
or $20 million and they weren't willing to give it to him. But I'm telling you, this is one of the biggest missed opportunities that I've come across in franchisedom.
But then we would have lost out on Fast and Furious.
Now I know. Listen, I'm not saying I wish the world was different and we got XXX movies instead of Fast and Furious movies, but I think it
It
would have
could have
been
gone that way.
beneficial to Vin Diesel's career.
Yeah.
And you know, Casino Royale
I
when it
think he's
came out a
fine.
few years later, and it was like the big rebirth of the James Bond movie franchise. I don't know. They might have had some stronger competition if they'd made another XXX before that.
Yeah, it's true. If it had gone like poorly for Vin, I'd be more up in arms, but I feel like he's probably fine right now. He's also Groot. He is Groot.
Yep, he
So,
is.
but yeah, it's a good point. They could have kept doing this and taken on Bond. Maybe they
Yeah.
thought Bourne was doing Bond. We don't need to do Bourne. Also, that Run Lola Run is kind of a better Daria, not Dar. I almost called her Daria Argento. That'd be the girl version of Daria
Oh,
Argento.
Franca Potent.
Yeah, she's like a better version of Assia Argento, right?
Yeah, but she's like just sort of like a normal looking person. Assia Argento, she was like a sex pot. Like she's sex on legs.
But we got to talk about Samuel L. Jackson, okay?
All right.
Are you done with like how the movie got made? Is that it?
Yeah, yeah. So Samuel L. Jackson, he plays Augustus. He's a CIA guy. He's got half a face,
Mm-hmm.
and he's basically Nick Fury.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
He is Nick Fury, but instead of the eye patch, he's got the scarring on the half of his face. But he's like, I'm gonna assemble this group and we're gonna be like a new he's like the head of the government type thing, and he's gonna be in control.
pretty interesting. So, uh, the Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury is based on when Marvel was rebooting their universe, the Ultimate Universe. Okay, so they did Ultimate Spider-Man, which premiered in 2000, I think, and the Ultimates, I think, came out in 2002. That was like Ultimate Avengers, basically. And
Okay.
that was the first comic where like they redesigned Nick Fury to look exactly like Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh well.
All right. Yeah. The artist of that comic, Brian Hitch, just drew Nick Fury as Samuel L. Jackson. And so when it came time to do the MCU, we had like, it was like, let's obviously try to get Samuel L. Jackson if we can. And
Wait. So we had drawings of him prior that didn't look like Samuel L. Jackson?
well, Nick Fury is a character that was created in like the fucking 40s or whatever, and he's just a white dude.
Okay. So why did we start doing that then?
Well, we rebooted the universe like we did. We started over everything basically from the beginning. And when we did the Avengers, we made Nick Fury black, and we made him Samuel L. Jackson.
What a weird thought, but okay. But it all
That
worked out.
that's how it went down. But I'm wondering now if that was in Brian Hitch's head because he just saw Triple X.
Yeah, it's honestly possible. This is eerily similar to Nick
Samuel L.
Fury's
Jackson
character.
might have gotten the Nick Fury role because of his role directly in Triple X.
Hmm.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it's too similar.
Yeah. It's like this whole movie is like a fulcrum point for the future of Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Vin in the MC, I guess Vin is in the MCU. He's Groot,
Sure.
but he doesn't have any scenes with Nick Fury.
Might eventually.
Really? I
I
don't know
don't
about
know.
that. Are we still going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy
Not maybe it'd be an Avenger putting together a space team.
of Groot?
Space Avengers.
Groot separated from the rest of the Guardians?
Yeah, why not?
From Rocket Raccoon, I feel like they're a team. You gotta, if you have one, it's like Chewbacca. That'd be like having Chewbacca without Han Solo. That'd be weird.
Oh, he did in the holiday special.
And that was bad. I feel
Who
like they're not gonna.
says?
I haven't seen it actually. I don't know if it's bad. I'm assuming, taking everyone's word for it.
I love it.
Do you? Five
Yeah,
stars?
I gave it 5 stars. Yeah. Um, Logan. All right, so he steals the car. He jumps it on a ramp. There's lots of ramps in this movie. At one point, they're like trying to stop Vin, and they put like a ramp on the street. That's not gonna stop him.
That
It's
gives
gonna
them an
help
exit.
him.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Anyway, so back at his place, he's got Matt Hoffman and Tony Hawk. It's a killer party going
And
on. Eve
Eve.
from the barbershop movies. I almost said Bachelor again. Eve from the barbershop movies is really sticking up for him at that party.
Did they all
Out
die?
at the party?
There's like a huge explosion. All the windows bust out, and then Vin. Cut to Vin. He's
No,
now at Nick Fury's
that's
place.
the CIA. It's they're not killing civilians to get to Xander.
All their windows blew out, and then we never see his friends ever
I'm
again.
sure they're fine.
You assumed they're. I assumed they all died. You assumed
I
they were
I
all fine.
assume they're all fine.
I needed to see them all alive again.
I mean, I've seen Tony Hawk and Matt Hoffman since this movie.
All right, and they are playing Tony Hawk and Matt Hoffman.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, that's confirmation.
that's confirmation. Um, so at the party, like a girl, like this sexy lady
Oh,
comes
she
up to
was pretty
him,
sexy. Who
and
is she?
she goes, "Hey, Vin or Xander, uh, you ever want to star in a video game? I can make that happen for you." And that's every 13-year-old boy's dream is a sexy lady comes up to you and asks you if you want to star in a video game.
Right.
And then Eve goes up to her and is like, "You think Xander Cage is going to sell out? Xander Cage will never sell out. That's what makes him Xander Cage."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I think I'm starting to get a nice handle on this character. All right.
Right.
So yeah, he wakes up in a diner, and it's a test from Samuel L. Jackson, and he knows all his shit.
Yeah, that rich guy on a Sunday reading the finance paper. I'm
When
not.
the market's closed,
Yeah, the waitress wearing high heels and
My mom
fat
was a diner
ankles.
waitress for decades, and she
No way.
no way, baby.
So that's how
By the
he
way, that
knows.
actress who played the waitress was
She was good.
Mary Pat Gleason. She used to be a regular at Barnes and Noble when I worked there.
Really?
Yeah, I helped
That's
her like every
awesome.
day.
I enjoyed her. Thought she was good here.
She was good. I was pop when I see
Where do
her.
you know her from? How did you know her?
She's in tons of shit, dude. She was in Buffy. She plays the I think she's like the cafeteria lady who's like gonna shoot up the school in that earshot episode.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All
Um,
right.
but she's in tons of shit. Mary Pat, good lady. Um,
Good lady.
yeah, so
Yeah, Mary Pat Green.
Green. That her last name's Green.
Mm-hmm.
I said
She was
Gleason,
in
I
Yes
think.
Man, Drillbit Taylor. She died in 2024.
Oh no, R.I.P. Mary Pat.
Oh, she was 72.
Well, that's not old enough. She should have had some more years.
Can I tell you her last movie? You're a fan
Yeah.
of it. Blonde.
Oh wow.
She was in Blonde.
Does she play the dick that she gives a
She
blowjob to?
did. She
Yeah.
plays white man penis.
Mm, wow.
Yeah. No. She's in a lot
So
of one episode things.
yeah, yeah, tons of that. She was always working.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
for her.
Anyway, fucking. So yeah, then they like bring them to Colombia,
Colombia. That's right.
and they've got to like escape from a warlord, and that's real. And
Yeah, I
it's
was very
Danny
confused by all that.
Trejo.
Yeah. Danny Trejo. They escape. A lot of explosions. A lot of driving over barns that explode. It's pretty
and
fun.
and it's like all the dudes that survived the diner part of the test are there,
Right.
and so but Vin is clearly the best one.
Yeah, he's like
Like this
saving
is our
them.
guy. Yeah,
They're like all like, "Oh, help me, Vin," and
yeah,
he's like, "All right, fine." I guess they call him Xander.
yeah. He's got a bunch of crazy tattoos. What was your favorite tattoo Triple X had?
Probably the one on the back of his neck that's the triple X.
Yeah, it's the logo of the film.
What other tattoos did he have?
There's tats all over his body, man. He is tatted up to shit.
I
My
noticed.
personal favorite, I enjoyed he had a little sunburst around his nipple.
I noticed that at the end of the movie when he's like
Yeah.
bathing, sunbathing with
Yeah.
his girlfriend. I was like, you got the Batista thing, but like nipple. It's on the
Yeah.
nipple, not the belly
Yeah.
button.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. I did actually. There's like a part where he's shirtless and he had like we talked about it with Joe, that survivor who had like the tattoo like on his like pubes where his pubic
Yeah.
hair would be. And Vin Diesel, Xander Cage kind of has that. I don't know what was going on. I didn't pay that much attention, but he had some tattoos there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get the Xander Cage tattoo.
The starburst
Yeah,
or
the right
sunburst
nipple. He had
on
it
the
on
nipple.
the right nipple.
Can you please do that?
I will.
You
No
should get the
problem.
triple X tattoo. You think there's dudes out there that have it?
Yeah.
Any like really big triple X fans have the
That
triple X tattoo?
on the neck is would be crazy, but I bet some people have it.
I
Why
really
did he
want.
have it? Was it just an extreme sports tattoo? When you're in the extreme sports business, you
Well,
get
I
that
think
tattoo.
that's his nickname, Triple X.
Why?
I don't know.
Xander Cage. There's no X in Cage.
Yeah. Extreme Xander. I don't know.
And it's two X's.
Yeah.
Leave us in the comments below. Let us know what
Do you think
what the
they,
three X's are.
yeah, did they call him Triple X because of the tattoo? Or
But
did
why
he
did he
get
get
the
the tattoo?
tattoo because they call him Triple X?
Yeah, that's a good question. And also, what does it stand for?
Yeah.
We gotta watch the next ones.
What does this mean?
Is Ice Cube? He's not Xander Cage, is he?
No, but I think he's like code name Triple X.
Oh, it's code name. Okay.
Yeah, it's a code name now.
Huh.
It's like 007. That's like a theory about the James Bond franchise is that James Bond is just a code name. So
Right.
all the actors that play James Bond are actually playing different characters.
But this would be a movie about James Bond where like the first ever James Bond, where his nickname was
Yeah,
007, and then all the other ones are given the name
right,
007
right.
after the first one.
That's what Triple X is purporting. Is that like,
This is the original
yeah,
007.
we got a guy named James Bond, whose nickname was 007, and then when he left the franchise, we replaced him.
Just called him 007.
Roger Moore's character was just like a guy named Jim, and we were like, from now on, you're James Bond 007.
He's like, all right,
Yeah,
sure, fine. Yeah, that's where we're at basically.
yeah,
And we just didn't get more because the Fast and the Furious came
yeah.
about. Also, this is the Fast and the Furious, right? Like Vin Diesel is now Paul Walker going undercover to get in with the bad guys, like how Paul Walker has to do it. But now it's Vin's turn to do it. He's now the good guy going undercover, and then
But
he
it's a
gets too
much
involved.
higher stakes version. Like
Sure.
that in Fast and the Furious, it's a just a police officer investigating a gang that might be stealing DVDs or something.
And that we should say is Point Break.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But in this, it's an extreme
we're in
sportster,
Russia,
and he's trying to infiltrate a terrorist group
right?
for the government, and the terrorist group is called Anarchy 99.
Yeah, that story fell flat for me.
Right. They're touring this month with Sum 41. Nice early 2000s revival tour.
Okay, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I feel
SR
like
71, Stroke 9,
what else are
all
there?
those bands. They're Blink 182.
Like 182.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know
I'm
any.
out, but there were so many.
Yeah. But then he's like, "Oh, sad story. We're called Anarchy 99 because in 1999 I had a bunch of friends that died." I was like, "All right." I didn't really need that explained to me. Like that story didn't add any extra layer of
No.
depth or anything. I was like, "All right, whatever." But yeah, so he gets invited in, and then they're telling him like, but then they figure him out basically. So Sam Jackson says like, "All right, now we're gonna send you home because they
Well,
found you out."
he's got a nice little section of the movie where he isn't figured out yet. He
Right.
throws his little cop buddy under the bus in that bar where Orbital is playing, by the way.
Okay.
And
And shoots him with a fake bullet, a
yeah,
blood bullet.
and then they bring him back to their big house, and
But the cop is there, right?
no,
Oh, that's
what
after he. I'm
when
thinking
when he
he.
when he goes back to that mansion to party, and he's like, "Hey, Assia Argento, why don't you fuck me?" And she's like, "Nah."
I got another one to fuck you. She takes him to a room where a woman is like stripping on his bed,
Right.
and he immediately just goes to town.
He says, "The things I'm gonna do for my country."
I enjoyed that line, and then he immediately does something for his
Yeah.
country.
He,
That woman. Uh,
right.
that was awesome.
Just pounds.
Yep.
Mm.
So yeah, that's all great. And then basically we learned that she also is like him. She was an agent that was sent there, but then the people in
That was
charge
a
of
little
her.
much for me, that
Yeah,
twist.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was so dumb too. It made no sense. She's like, the people that sent me then stopped giving me orders. So now I'm just here pretending to be undercover so I can not die, so that they don't figure me out and kill me, basically. Which didn't make any sense. Why would an agency do that and then just stop? Did they all die? I didn't really understand that.
I don't know.
But
I don't know what the deal with that was.
anyway, yeah, he
I
starts
could not get invested in that Assia Argento character, no matter how much the movie wanted me to.
and her acting didn't do it any favors.
No.
She wasn't very good. But yeah, he wants to eventually save her, Yelena, because
Well, that
she
yeah, that
is
all
also
starts. She they bond over dinner or something, and then she tells him he's gonna get assassinated when he leaves the restaurant. So he uses a tray to reflect the
ooh.
sunlight on the.
Not just that, he grinds down a
Oh, that was
staircase
fucking baller! Yeah, he
using it.
grinds down a staircase on the
We've seen
down a
Toby
rail.
Maguire, a rail. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
rail. But it's like a staircase rail. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, I thought Toby Maguire doing that cool catch in Spider-Man was the coolest thing an actor had ever done with a
A tray.
tray. But no, I guess this isn't really Vin Diesel. So Toby Maguire still wins.
Yeah.
But Vin Diesel's stunt double going down that
Do you think
staircase
it was the one that
railing.
died?
What was that?
You think it was the one that died?
Oh, that's a good question. That'd be a sad way to watch this movie, trying to figure out which stunts were performed by that guy.
Yeah.
That's awful. That poor family.
Vin Diesel's also got a like a Q in this movie. A dude who's giving him gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He
And
soups his car up real nice for him.
yeah, I was looking up this actor. All
I
right.
didn't know him.
His name is Michael Roof.
Okay.
Michael Roof. And so the reason I looked him up was he's kind of a bad actor. And he had the vibe like this might be a stand-up comic that they got to try and act in something. And so I looked him up. I was completely right. He was a
Whoa.
stand-up comic. His stage name was Chicken. All right, so they're coming up to the stage, Chicken.
And then he come up, bok, 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 bok,
I
bok.
don't know. I don't know what his
That's
act was,
embarrassing.
but
He's like a wrestler.
but that was this guy Michael Roof, aka Chicken. All right, and he was in the XXX movie. I think he comes back for the second one, and
Does he
then
die? Are you gonna say he
things
dies?
didn't go great for him after that. They Spike TV picked up a reality show about his family, which was canceled. It was called Raising the Roofs.
No.
Yeah, and
That's too good to pass up on. You got to
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
At least
So
one
that
season.
was canceled after a season, and then his family fell into some financial difficulties, Logan,
Yeah.
and he killed himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be born into financial difficulties.
How do you think he killed himself?
Hanging.
I don't know. His last name was Roof.
Oh, didn't he didn't jump
No, he did
off a
hang himself.
bridge.
You were right the first time.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's a crazy guess from me.
yeah. No, he apparently hung himself in
You got to jump off a roof.
from a tree in an elementary school parking lot.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I know. So what I like to picture, do you think there were kids coming to school in the morning and they see that and they're like, "Hey, is that the guy from XXX?"
Great job. Why? Why would he do that?
Well, he did, and he had a wife and two kids. Left them behind. I hope they're okay.
Why? Why in the freaking school parking lot though?
I know. Pretty fucked up.
Also, like that is a mistake. If your last name is Roof and you're gonna kill yourself, you have
Jump
to
off a
jump off a
roof.
roof.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter what roof, parking garage, roof, whatever. You just gotta jump.
Maybe he
Take
didn't
one for
think
the
of himself
team.
as Roof by that point. He was just chicken.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad. He could have should have cut his own head off.
But I do think it's his own fault. Like this movie made a ton of money. I think if you cast the right actor in this role, it could have been a breakout role.
I was feeling that too.
Right? Like this guy,
Cast me.
he really brought nothing to the table. This is 2002. They could have gotten Zach Galifianakis in there. He would have been huge right away.
Yeah, this really could have been like the high fidelity Jack Black launch to
Yeah,
stardom type role.
100%.
And instead we got Mike Roof.
Yeah, old Mike Roof.
Yeah. He isn't in it a lot. He only has like 2, 3 scenes.
But I'm telling you, it could have been a breakout.
You're totally right.
If you put Zach Galifianakis in this role,
It's a good
he's
call.
so funny in those scenes. They start coming up with more shit for him on the spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Vin comes back for part 2 just to hang out with Zach
Yep.
Galifianakis. We have part 2. We have part 3 with Vin.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he really ruined. That's probably why he killed himself. He's like, I ruined XXX too. They should have cast Zach Galifianakis. He was right there in the audition room. Why did they cast me?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he hung himself.
He's a big chicken guy, the director.
Chicken. Gee.
Yeah. All right. Where do you want to go from there?
I thought that there was a weird acting moment from Samuel L. Jackson that I'm not sure if it was acting or if it was him reacting to Vin Diesel.
Okay.
But when Samuel L. Jackson's like in a theater watching a performance go on, and Vin Diesel walks in and talks. It's like only Sam Jackson sitting there just watching in a empty theater, and Vin Diesel walks in and like has a conversation with him, and then Vin leaves. Vin like walks out of the scene. And Samuel L. Jackson's just sitting there and like looks like out of the corner of his eye and then just starts like chuckling to himself. And I couldn't tell if he was like if that was actually Samuel L. Jackson laughing at Vin Diesel's like acting and they kept that. It's so real. I've never
Certainly possible.
it was I'd never seen like a moment like that from Samuel L. Jackson where look I was just like, whoa. It was like you're watching him break, but it could have been the character like laughing at Xander Cage, or it could have been Samuel L. It was weird. If you guys know the moment, I should have written down the timestamp, but it's that theater scene.
Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about.
He
They're
just
like
like,
watching an opera or something.
yeah, we don't really see. I think we see it and we assume there's a big crowd, and then we cut to an empty
Yeah,
crowd,
it's
and it's
just
just Sam.
Samuel L.
It's kind of
Jackson.
funny, kind of a funny
Yeah.
part. Yeah, but I don't know. It was weird.
So it all leads up to he's gonna nuke. I don't know. He hires the bad guy in this movie. Hires all these scientists to like build a nuke for him, and then he like traps them in a room and
At their
kills them all.
celebration party.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
it's true.
funny.
They've all got like drinks.
I love that. They're
Oh
like, great
no!
work to you. You did a great job on that science. Great
That's what you
sciencing.
get for working for terrorists.
And then
Um,
like fills up their thing and explodes. That was cool. He
yeah,
shoots it up to the ceiling. It explodes all over them, and they all die.
yeah. I guess he was behind some bulletproof
That's probably my
glass
favorite
or
part.
something. You
It
love
looked
that?
like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so he's gonna nuke wherever. What country are we in?
Mm.
I don't know, but it's gonna get nuked. And so Vin
Russia. I don't know.
Diesel, he's like driving alongside the nuke, and then he's got to get onto the nuke, which he does, no probs.
You don't care
And
like the snowboarding part. You skipped over that. He causes
oh
like an
yeah,
avalanche
that's pretty cool. It's a big snowboarding scene.
with that stunt double that died. We can assume.
No, no, that was a parasailing accident.
But we
Um,
can. This is one he shot, and then he later died in the parasailing one.
yeah, the whoever the stunt double was during the snowboarding was clearly just a white guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could see it in every shot.
Well, he's one race. White.
One race, yeah. But yeah, so he goes down a mountain.
That's pretty cool.
He out snowboards an avalanche. It's pretty sweet. And you want to talk more about that?
No, it's just a fun scene.
Okay. But when he defuses the bomb at the end, he says, "Welcome to the Xander zone again."
Hmm.
And
I never left though.
right, I've been in the Xander zone for hours at this point. But they think he's dead for a minute. Then Assia Argento's like, "No,
That
look,
was poorly staged.
it was horribly staged."
She's like on one side of a bridge. He's on the other side. He climbs out of the water and gets on something. And she's like, here's something over dozens of people on the bridge yelling, screaming, talking
Yeah,
about what just
come over
happened.
here.
Yeah, she like walks over to the other side of the bridge and sees him, and then she's like, he's alive, he's alive. It was like you would not have heard him get out of the water, but whatever.
You know, it's what it is. What it is.
And then she goes up to him and she's like, remember what I told you on that rooftop? Because they had a kiss earlier in the
Oh yeah,
movie.
and she
And
was like, "That's the last time you'll ever kiss me.
yeah, and
I
he's
hope
like,
you enjoyed it." It wasn't on
yeah.
a rooftop. It was in the club.
Oh, they're on a rooftop this time. Yeah, the last time that was weird too. She seemed like she was passed out. And he
No,
walks
no,
up
no.
to her and like kisses her while she's passed out.
That's not what happened at all. She walks into this little section of the club, which is like roped off or something, and I think what you saw as passed out was Assia Argento trying to look sexy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she because
She
Vin
was all like
Diesel.
slumped over.
Yeah,
Like
Vin
I was
Diesel
like, what
walks
the
back
hell?
there and she's just sort of like draped over the furniture.
I was
Um,
like, she's unconscious right now.
no, no, she was supposed to just. You were supposed to think she looks horny,
Oh, okay.
and then he grabs her and makes out with her. Always weird to see Vin Diesel kissing somebody, and and then that's the last. Oh, did you enjoy that?
Oh
That's the
yeah.
last time you'll ever kiss me. Thank you for doing Vin.
But then later she says, remember what I said? I was lying. And then they start kissing again.
It's very much like the part of Riddick where he fucks the lesbian.
Yeah.
It's just like against all odds.
Yeah.
Whoever he wants to fuck, he'll get there.
Yeah, we have to set up these barriers like you're never gonna get me. And then at the end
Yeah.
he does get her.
Yeah.
Why do we have to do that every
I
time?
don't know.
And then he had a line I thought was very Stallone or Schwarzenegger. You know how they used to have like one line. I guess more Schwarzenegger, but Stallone does it too. He kills a guy like who was smoking a cigarette.
Oh yeah, it's because he's using a heat seeking missile,
Hmm.
and he's like it's able to find his heat.
He's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah,
And then they kill him. And then Vin has the line. I always told him that cigarettes were going to kill him.
yeah, which is funny on so many levels. Like you're right, it is a very like old timey Stallone Schwarzenegger kind of line, but also this is in 2002, which was very much the time we were pushing like cigarettes are bad.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, the truth. Remember the truth
I
ads?
don't know that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. And so I liked it. It was like it worked on that level, but also as like a great PSA for like kids
Totally.
don't smoke in the middle of this
Absolutely.
movie.
Yeah, you might run into someone with a heat-seeking missile and it'll give your
Right.
spot away.
Yeah.
Just like that. So yeah, and then the American flag parachute was awesome, and he saves the day. And then we go to Bora Bora, where he's on the beach with his wife, with his little uh nipple
He's
sun tattoo. And then we get a call from Samuel L. Jackson, like, you got another mission to do.
like,
I'm putting
what
together a
the
team.
fuck? And
I
then
got Thor signed on.
they start swimming underwater. They do a cool into the blue shot.
Into the blue.
Yeah, you thought of that?
I totally thought of that.
Yeah. And then it segues into the credits. We hear Gavin Rossdale, adrenaline.
Do you know the name of it?
It's called Adrenaline.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, which I thought should have been nominated for an Oscar.
It wasn't.
No.
The songs must have been really good that year.
Yeah. Um, that's Triple X.
Oh
I
yeah, it was.
listen, I gave it a 2, but what a film.
Yeah.
I literally said when the movie I this was spontaneous. The film ended. I shut off the TV after having listened to the whole Gavin Rossdale song, and I said out loud to myself, "What a film!"
Wow. How often does that happen?
Very rarely.
I don't know. I sort of had the same problem with the other one. Too long.
It is too long.
I don't know why Vin can't make shorter movies. They'd be classics. I'd honestly probably own both of these on Blu-ray. Not Riddick, but I would
Do you
own
think it's
Pitch.
because he's so short? Feels like he has to make longer movies to make up
I do.
for his
It does.
height.
I don't know about that. There is a line where he's like calls Danny Trejo really short, and I looked up how tall Vin was. There's every website has a different
But
height. It's the
no one,
funniest thing.
yeah. I mean, there's the whole thing in the Fast and the Furious movies where they always shoot Vin Diesel to look like the same height as The Rock,
Yeah, that's
but
impossible.
he's
That's
clearly
not
2
true.
feet smaller.
Yeah, and there are parts where it'll say like on computer data, it'll be like Dominic Toretto, 6'2",
Yeah,
250 pounds.
bullshit.
But anytime you're
That
on
man is 5'8".
yeah, every website is like Vin Diesel 5'7", Vin Diesel 5'9", Vin Diesel
Mm,
6 feet, Vin Diesel 5'11", Vin Diesel 5'8".
no one really
He's
knows.
anywhere from 5'7" to 6 feet tall. If you were wondering what songs were nominated instead of this Gavin Rossdale song, I think "Lose Yourself" wins, right?
Oh, well, that deserves to win. I'm not saying the Gavin Rossdale song is better than Lose Yourself.
But it could have
All
been
right.
nominated. Here are the nominees from Gangs of New York, The Hands That Built
Oh,
America.
that's a terrible U2 song.
Okay,
And I'm a U2 fan.
you are. Me too. I don't know. We've got Father and Daughter from the Wild Thornberries movie
Oh,
from Paul Simon.
get
Okay.
out of here.
I Move On from Chicago.
Yeah, they always have to add a song. Anytime you watch a musical, it's like based on a Broadway show or something like Wicked. They always like throw in an extra song so it could get an
Just to get
Oscar
that.
nomination.
It's
Yeah,
bullshit. I can
it is
smell
bullshit.
the desperation a mile away. And then Burn It Blue from Frida. So you think this Gavin Rossdale could have
I
gotten
think
in?
Gavin Rossdale should have snuck in there.
All right. Well, you guys will hear it as the outro.
Yeah.
But I would go three.
Three. All right. I
Yeah.
respect it. Um, who's your MVP?
What'd you go? Did you go four?
No, I gave it a two.
You're going two.
Yeah,
Oh, you loved it more than me.
I know.
It had Matt Hoffman in it, so I got to go three. Who's my MVP? You got to go Vin.
Yeah, I think for this one you really do have to go Vin.
Vin, he's good here.
He is such a movie star in this fucking movie.
Yeah, this is a great one for Vin.
And LVP?
I think you got to go. I almost called her Patente for Argento.
Nah, I hate to do it, but I'm going with Michael Roof.
Oh, that's fair, actually.
Yeah.
I would go him actually, because you're right. Like, if it's a better love
There's
interest,
so much potential.
if it's a right, if it's a better love interest, I'm not sure it's better because Vin doesn't really work with any love interest. There's besides Michelle Rodriguez. But if you replace Roof with somebody else, that could have been something.
Although I think you could replace Argento with someone else. Like, think about like a couple years later, Casino Royale, the Bond girl's Eva Green. You put Eva Green in this role in Triple X, probably a lot better.
Probably is a lot better. It's just hard to. There's such a small pool of women who would have you would buy with Vin Diesel.
I know.
It's so hard. He is
It's
the same.
true.
He has the problem with the Rock, but I guess Vin is more sexual. We buy it more with Vin than the Rock, right?
I guess so.
But they're kind of a little similar that
They're
way.
both quite sexless.
It's like they shouldn't have sex with each other. Just get it
Oh my
over with,
god. Do you think they
guys.
ever have?
Yeah, I think that's why they have so much
Yeah,
tension.
there's so much tension between them.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Logan,
Mm-hmm.
delightful to talk Vin with you
Mm-hmm.
on a Monday. And we'll be back later in the week. Oh, hey, well, there was a big busy week last week on the patreon.com/the franchise. We did a franchise update. Logan let me know all the franchises that were coming for 2026. That was exciting. And
Greenland 2 out this weekend.
yeah, let's cover it. I think that it January has become like the Gerard zone.
But we've the Gerard
Lane was a
Zone.
January release. Last year,
That's
Den of
awesome for
Thieves
him.
2 was a January release. Now Greenland 2.
That's incredible. He's found his own
Yeah.
month. January used to be for shit though.
Yeah, now it's for Gerard.
Hell yeah.
Um, so franchise update. We also did our letterboxed yearly stats
Mm-hmm.
on the Patreon last
Did you
week.
look at the letterboxed wrapped thing?
Yeah.
Didn't that suck?
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing.
It was just like you can just go through your stats and get that same thing. They did nothing. It wasn't creative or
Yeah,
fun at
but
all.
I think only people who pay get the stats.
That was for everyone?
That was for everyone, I think.
Ah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, okay.
Um anyway, so we did that. We're finishing up season 48
That's right.
of
We have one more week of
Survivor
that.
this week. And I think Kyle's gonna win. And then we've got also this week a Hey I'm Watching Here.
True.
All right. So plenty going on at patreon.com/the franchise, only $5 a month. And
I have a question.
yeah.
When did this century start?
What do you mean?
When did this century start?
The year 2000.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of talk about the century really starts 2001. And if you Google right now, when did this century start? It'll say 2001.
I guess I can see it.
So here's my question because last year we did a thing we ranked all the best picture movies
But
of
you
the
wouldn't think
21st
like
century.
the 1900s. You wouldn't count the year 1900 as part of that?
I think people say it starts at '01
I don't know.
because there's no year zero. Like
I'm gonna fight
the
back on this.
like years start at year one. But I mean, I would too. But if you Google, like I Googled on my phone, when did this century start, and it said 2001. But my question to you is because last year we ranked all the best picture winners of the 21st century, and it gives us an excuse to do another list. That's why I want to do it. I think we should do another like just our favorite movies of the century so far.
Okay, so that's coming up on.
Yeah, not
franchise as
this week or
well.
next week, probably, because I think we have something
Down the
planned.
pike. Yeah,
And
we
now I'm
got a lot
forgetting.
of shit. So be tuned into that Patreon. And next week on the main show, the one you're listening to now, we'll cover XXX State of the Union starring Ice Cube and XXX The Return of Xander Cage.
Hmm.
All
So I
right.
guess that answers our question. He's not playing Xander Cage because this is the return of Xander Cage.
Right, right. Um, so I hope you enjoy that, but not as much as you're about to enjoy the smooth sounds of Gavin Rossdale. Hit it, Gavin.